A lot of people see being alone as a bad thing. It feels like you're missing out on so many exciting moments everyone else seems to be having, or that something is wrong with you if you're not always surrounded by people. But the truth is, that's not the case at all. Being alone doesn't have to be sad or boring. It can actually be one of the best things you can ever do for yourself. And in this video, we're going to talk about why being alone isn't something to fear, but it's rather something to embrace. A lot of us feel pressure to constantly be social and be around people. We have all grown up with company around us, and so our brains are wired to seek out companionship because it makes us feel safe. As humans, we are naturally social creatures, so our brains are built to feel supported and reassured when we're around others. This is why so many people panic at the idea of spending time alone. We're so used to looking for comfort in the presence of others that when we're left with just ourselves, it feels unfamiliar. But just because something feels unfamiliar to us doesn't mean it's negative. In fact, those quiet moments with yourself can open the door to so many good things. Choosing to be alone is a powerful decision that comes with so many benefits. If you already spend a lot of time by yourself, this is your reminder that it's not a weakness. It can actually be one of your biggest strengths. And if you're someone who's rarely alone, I think it's still important to give yourself that space. And this is not about promoting solitude or suggesting that you completely cut yourself off from others. It's about recognizing the potential power of being alone to become the best version of you, so that when you engage with others or when pursuing your goals, you can show up fully and at your best. Rather than avoiding alone time, let's discover how it can actually help you grow stronger and more confident in yourself. Let's start with the first reason why being alone can be so beneficial, and it's self-discovery. Spending time alone gives you a chance to really get to know yourself and reflect on your thoughts, your feelings, and what you truly want. It's in these quiet moments that you get the chance to study yourself and gain clarity about who you are, which ultimately makes you more confident and secure within yourself and your decisions. And when you feel more whole and secure within yourself, it really does radiate outward. People are naturally drawn to someone who seem comfortable in their own skin and at peace with who they are. And being alone gives you exactly that sense of peace and self-assurance. Being alone is the perfect time to build a deeper relationship with yourself, just like you would with a friend. The more time you spend with yourself, the more you understand and appreciate who you are. Alone time gives you the chance to reflect, and reflection and self-awareness are crucial to feel truly confident. Because confidence isn't just about how you look or how others see you. It's about knowing yourself so deeply that no one else's opinion can shake you. And when you spend time alone, you build that inner foundation, you understand your worth, and you stop searching for validation outside of yourself. And the next reason being alone can be powerful is building self-reliance. It's only in moments of solitude that you can learn to rely on yourself and build emotional strength. It teaches you that your happiness and peace don't have to depend on anyone else. When you get comfortable being alone, you realize that you're capable of creating comfort and fulfillment for yourself without needing constant validation or attention from others. By choosing to spend time with yourself alone, you are learning to provide love and celebration for yourself rather than waiting for someone else to do it. You learn to do the things you want for yourself rather than depend on others to do them for you. Maybe that means buying yourself flowers instead of waiting for someone else to, or taking yourself out for dinner instead of waiting for someone else to invite you. These little acts remind you that your happiness is in your own hands, and that true independence comes from knowing that you can create joy for yourself. Because solely depending on others to make you happy is a lot to ask. It's a big responsibility. Your happiness should start with you, and anyone else in your life should only add to it, and not be the source of it. You should show yourself the same amount of love and respect you might expect from a partner or a friend or any relationship that you have in your life, because if you don't show yourself love and respect, you cannot expect anyone else to do it for you. Everything starts from within. Being alone with yourself, caring for yourself, and nurturing yourself sets the tone for how others treat you and how you allow yourself to be treated. Another reason to embrace alone time is building courage. Being alone can feel pretty intimidating sometimes. I've personally had a lot of moments where I wasn't sure I could handle things on my own. I remember when I moved to a new city for a job, I didn't know a single person, and the idea of starting over in a new city by myself was really scary. But looking back on that now, being on my own was exactly what I needed to grow and gain confidence in myself. And the same goes for you as well. Being on your own might feel scary at first, but it's exactly how you discover how strong and capable you really really are. It's an opportunity to find your courage. You cannot build courage if you're never willing to face things on your own. When you always rely on others for support and guidance, you never get the chance to test your own limits or trust your own judgment. And I've seen it so many times where some people cannot even send a simple text without asking a friend what to say, or they feel the need to ask for advice every single time they have to make a choice. And it's not that asking for advice is wrong, but when it becomes a habit, you're basically telling yourself that you cannot think for yourself. But the truth is, you can. You're smart. You have your own mind, your own intuition, so why let others make every decision for you? Confidence comes from practicing independence, even in the little things. Because if you never learn to rely on your own judgment in the little things, how will you ever handle the big ones? Each time you rely on yourself instead of others, you're building a foundation of courage that carries over into every part of your life. Another big benefit is improved focus. When you're constantly surrounded by people, it can be challenging to give your full attention to your own goals. But when you're alone, you finally get the space to think clearly and concentrate on what really matters. It's an opportunity to get things done and give your full attention to the tasks or goals that matter most to you. And many great artists, writers, and thinkers have said that being alone was essential for producing their best work. Take J.K. Rowling, for example. She spent a lot of time alone, quietly focusing on her writing, and it was during those moments of solitude that she created the Harry Potter series we all know and love today. Being alone gave her the space to think deeply, create, and fully immerse herself in her ideas. And for you, that could mean mastering a skill, starting a new side hustle, exploring a new hobby, or whatever goal you've been wanting to pursue. Use this alone time to focus and to actually become the best version of yourself you can be, so that when you are with others, you can show up fully, confidently, and at your best. Embracing alone time isn't about isolating yourself or avoiding connections. It's about valuing your own presence and discovering the strength that comes from within. It's about realizing that you are enough on your own and that your happiness and confidence don't have to depend on anyone else. But it's worth noting that not all alone time is equally beneficial. Spending hours scrolling through social media or binge watching shows might pass the time, but it won't help you grow or feel truly refreshed. Real alone time is about doing things that truly nourish you, like journaling, meditating, exploring your passions, or anything that can help you gain confidence and feel more at peace with yourself. And so I truly hope that this episode was able to help you see that spending time alone isn't something to fear, but rather an opportunity to connect with yourself and strengthen your independence. When you're comfortable being by yourself, you stop holding on to people or situations out of fear. You can let go when it's needed and build connections that actually add value to your life. That's it for today. Thank you so much for spending your time with me again. I love you, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.